Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel and the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel. This is the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel and the ultimately the WCW Saturday Night Review Series. This is October 28th, 1989. We have enjoyed 1989 a good bit, and we'll kind of go forward here with a good run of stuff. Sting is in an enhancement match early. Sting, of course, still a horseman here in 1989. Jim Cornette and Gordon Solie are on the call here for you on this particular day. Enhancement match for Sting. Sting, of course, obviously coming off the run with Ric Flair in 1988, and obviously kind of building that way in a positive direction. Sting, though, very basic punch kick offense here. Stinger splash and the Scorpion Deadlock Sting, promising to get even with Gary Hart's minions, for lack of a better term, and also not exactly wanting to take too many backward steps. The enhancement talent on the outside of the ring also very clear about kind of letting Sting kind of be taken down. Arm bars, arm locks, and the like, and some really basic maneuvers. Sting getting more out of this, or I believe it's Tommy Angel that he's in there with, but anyhow, super basic match, and Sting in control of things on a pretty consistent level there. Ultimately, getting a run of things, and ultimately Sting managing to roll things together. Then we go to a Flying Brian Pillman enhancement match. Pillman coming in just a few short months before. Bob Cook, I believe, is his opponent here. And, I mean, Pillman hangs onto the armbar. Pillman not really having much to do with himself. No, not a normal environment for this particular television taping. Kind of more, I don't even want to say towards aggression, but a darker lit thing, and kind of bringing things around. Pillman having to come out of the corner with the Irish whip and kind of keep things going in his general direction. Pillman also not wanting to waste a whole bunch of energy, hits a top rope splash and getting the victory there. Pillman, of course, the high flyer when high flyers weren't really a thing in WCW at the time. Then we go to another enhancement match here. The Dr. Death Steve Williams coming off of the Halloween Havoc time frame, managing to get pretty well beat up, as it were, here. Floats over with some suplexes, the Oklahoma Stampede. Williams, obviously a super powerful guy at the time, but also kind of lost. His UWF run obviously was more, he's well known for that. The Varsity Club thing had come almost to a, I wouldn't say complete halt, but less importance than it had, and ultimately, managing to keep things going. Then we get, as mentioned, he hits the Oklahoma Stampede, shoulder breaker, and other basic maneuvers, and Dr. Death basically coming to the close of his, within the next couple of months anyway, in '89, his WCW run. He comes back for ECW in the late '90s, but the majority, and actually '92, but I mean, his major run is in Japan. Gotta grab my phone. We'll be back in two shakes of a lamb's tail right after this. Then, of course, we go to the Steiner brothers in a more basic squash match. Rick Nelson, one of the individuals they are squashing. And again, the Steiners at the time are about a little bit away from winning the tag team championships. Steiners, of course, super suplex heavy. I'm not even sure where the venue is that they did all of this. The match goes the outside. Scott Steiner pretty much dominant on his adversary here, and they end up hitting the Steiner line and all the other basic spots. Rick, at this point, kind of still doing the goofy half Eugene style gimmick. Then we kind of go to, the Steiners being dominant all the way around and kind of tossing. their opponents outside the ring. I mean, they certainly like to be in control, belly to belly suplexes, among other things, and pretty aggressive there. Jim Ross is here as a, I guess, voiceover artist, and of course, highlights going to the Halloween Havoc show, the first of the Halloween Havoc shows, and Doc basically saying that he is going to be alongside Jim Cornette's crew and all of that moving forward. Uh, Norman the Lunatic, aka Trucker Norman, is there. Teddy Long and the development of that friendship managership is kind of weird. Big splash by Norman. Norman doing a mental patient gimmick, kind of like a Eugene thing. So actually, they got two, with Rick Steiner kind of doing a lesser version of that. Both guys acting a little slow. Not quite sure that that's what you want out of your team there. But George South and Mark Kyle, Killer Kyle of Smoky Mountain fame, about 3 years before he becomes in that situation in Smoky Mountain. Smoky Mountain, my all-time favorite promotion. So just always cool to see you guys before their Smoky Mountain run. Skyscrapers are out next, and they are Sid Vicious and Dan Spivey. Of course, getting ready for the Road Warriors run there. Vicious and Spivey don't last very long with the enhancement talents because Sid hits the power bomb and off we go. Ric Flair and Terry Funk are getting ready for their battle with each other and the electrified cage. Funk basically talking about Flair needing to be being taken out of action completely. Big deal there. Then we see an enhancement match with the Z-Man Tom Zink coming in, and Zink tries a tip up, splash out of the corner. Doesn't get what he wants on that. Zink does manage to get and miss a couple of hard shots into the corner. Basic maneuvers, as it were. Tries to take the man down. Doesn't get everything he wants there, but ultimately hits a couple of shots and ultimately managing to do what he can where he can and gets a sleeper hold victory there. They're plugging the next Clash of the Champions. Clash of the Champions still a major thing here in 1989, and I can't believe they had, 8 or 9 of them at this point. The wonder that is Rip Morgan facing Jack Victory and Rip Morgan. They're going to doing the New Zealand Militia. Not exactly sure why New Zealand, but big body slams, dropping a forearm. Morgan, a guy that really doesn't hang on too much longer, probably about another year, if that, but never really makes a comeback. Jack Victory takes some shots, doing kind of the Secret Service thing. This is right before or right around the time of the debut of Lord Littlebrook as the manager for that tandem, which that doesn't go all that well either. Then we see dissension in the Midnight Express and the Dynamic Dudes. Obviously, Dynamic Dudes end up getting the Tag Team Championship shot at the Freebirds at the Halloween Havoc, and needless to say, that does not make the Midnight Express happy. Obviously, the 2-month babyface run for Cornette's run there is not a long-term thing by any stretch of the imagination, but again, we get things going in a good direction for the Samoan Savage and the Samoan SWAT team. They hang their adversary over the ropes on the inside and ultimately a couple kicks along the way here, managing to get a run there and double clotheslines along the way. Not exactly everything they want out of things here, but Sir Oliver Humperdinck manages to hit a hard shot along the way here, and Humperdinck manages to get the Samoan SWAT team back in the middle of the ring. They're getting victories, as it were, pretty quickly. Then we go to the Midnight Express. Midnight Express, obviously, in your babyface position, which is rare for them. Beautiful Bobby and Sweet Stan. Personally, my favorite version of the Midnight Express. They're doing babyface related things. Bobby Eaton is phenomenal in the role and, manages to get a couple of shots off. Leg drop along the way from the top. Bobby Eaton also gets the uh, benefit of a few double team maneuvers, and then we get the tag off with the enhancement. More hype for Halloween Havoc since it's, I believe this actual night is the Halloween Havoc of '89. Then we go to the Road Warriors. Road Warriors in a squash match. Couple of really basic things there. Road Warriors, of course, and the Skyscrapers on a collision course. Road Warriors punch kick and the Doomsday Device. Animal looks to be gassed to the gills here in 1989. And obviously Hawk coming off with the Doomsday Device and the big clothesline. Talk of the Freebirds wanting to get rid of the Dynamic Dudes coming up, and the Dynamic Dudes and the Freebirds. Freebirds are your tag team champions, taking shots along the way at their enhancement talent adversaries, one of which is Tommy Angel. Backdrop over the back of Jimmy Garvin. Doesn't get everything he wants there, but it's a super simple run. DDT by Michael Hayes. Hayes really doesn't care about anything except getting the victory, and the Freebirds are in control. Then we go to Ranger Ross in a enhancement match. He's in about a 2-minute match here. Manages to get a power slam and a victory for him. We close on that note. We'll be back with more right after this.